want to touch on Paulo Costa because he seems like the guy that's next in line. Him and Israel had that awesome back and forth when Israel won and jumped on the cage. It looked like Costa wanted to get in the cage himself. What do you think of Costa as, I guess, the next challenge, the next opponent, now that, Israel's gone through this test? And I guess Costa's striking, right? That's something that you would probably enjoy talking about. Do you see him as any kind of threat to Israel in any way?
He's he's a very, I'm trying to be, I want to be, I don't want to, but he's very fundamentally sound. Like, he does the basics really well. He just, he doesn't have a broad enough skill set, even in the striking, to trouble Israel. If all you have to worry about is just, a really strong guy who throws, who walks in and throws 2 or 3 or even a 4-punch combination, if that's all you have to worry about, then it's just not going to be enough. Like, I don't want to be overconfident, but I'm happy for that. If that's the fight that happens next, then that's not going to be a problem for us. There's bigger challenges in the middleweight division than Paulo Costa. He's worked himself up to a great position where he seems to be the number one guy. So he looks like the most likely scenario if Israel. It's hard for me to know what's going to happen. Like, Israel could. It's up to him now. Like, he's in a funny position. Like, he's where Conor McGregor was. Like, Israel calls the shots now. That's the thing. Israel does what he wants to do. He said it in the press conference. So, like, I'm gonna let my dancers do this, and if my dancers don't come, then I'm not doing nothing. He calls the shots now. He's got himself to that position. And whatever he wants to do, what he wants to do. So it's not up to Paulo Costa, or it's not up to the UFC. Now Israel's in another stratosphere where he gets to call the shots, and it's up to him. So he might go and fight in a different division. I have no idea. We've got to get together and talk about it. No, Rob did everything. We expected every single thing that Rob did. How if I give you a bit of insight into our game plan without giving too much away, but I never tell Israel to give away a round, but sometimes I'm prepared for him to I'm prepared for him to lose a round if it means him gaining some knowledge about his opponent. So I asked him to start slowly and get the reads right, get the feints right, get the distance right, get used to the person's, get used to Robert's speed, get used to whether he was going to bounce or whether he was going to be more conventional. We'd get used to whether he was going to lead with that oblique kick or whether he was going to just basically. I asked him to get his eye in early and be conservative, and that might, and I didn't tell him that. I didn't tell him this, of course. Like, I didn't tell him that might mean we might lose the first round, but I was fully prepared that if we did lose that first round, to lose the first round, in order to gain that sort of intel, if you like. And then, so what happened was he got the intel, and he made the adjustments really early and keyed into 17s really early, and that's why the knockout came early, because he grabbed that intel real early and was really comfortable. He actually if I'm being honest, like, he didn't really follow our strict game plan. He was in and out of our game plan in the first round. He was in and out of it. So there was parts we wanted to not stand in front of him too much, and we wanted to turn Robert a bit more. and we wanted to stay away from the right hand. We wanted to mitigate the right hand, which sets up the left hook, as opposed to like mitigating the left hook lead or the left jab. We wanted to get away from that right hand.
Mm-hmm.
He stood in front of that right hand, and after the first round, I asked him to get back to the position where we wanted to fight from. But he actually said to me that he assured me. He just said, "Look, brother, I see it. I see the right hand, and we don't have to worry about it."
Wow.
Which is like, it's difficult for me at that stage, because then my job is to mitigate the risk of the right hand. I know you see it, but if there's a chance where you make a mistake, and I can take that away from. I can take that away from you. Like, if you make a mistake, it doesn't matter, because you're going to be standing in the right position. He was prepared to stand more in front of the right hand than I wanted him to. But he got very comfortable very early. He's seen something. I haven't really talked specifically about what he's seen, but there was a giveaway there with that right hand that he just picked up, and he knew it was coming. He was able to evade it. He ended up evading it with a particular move that we practiced, for years now. So,
wow,
it's amazing. It was an amazing fight. Like, if you look at those shots that knocked Robert down, like, there's only one way those shots are causing damage. And that's if they're 100% accurate and right on the button.
Yeah.
Because an off-balance shot like that, with your body like in that sort of position, if it had hit anywhere else, it would have just scraped off him or rolled off him. But those shots were in the only place they could have been to do damage. And that's a testament to a side of Israel that I still don't fully understand. And that's just that ability to connect your eye with your hand to the target in an awkward position. Like, that's something that I still don't fully understand how he does, but that's something very special, right, that he does, that not many other fighters in the UFC do. Yeah, sorry, I carried on a bit there, but you got me talking about what I like to talk about.
Dude, that was great. That was amazing.